Did you know? According to the game's director David Jaffe, the concept of Twisted Metal started out in 1993 when he was stuck in LA traffic, and he stated in the Dark Past documentary,
at least for me, and I hope I'm not making myself crazy here, but I think it's a natural fantasy people have to be stuck in a car in traffic and just want to have missiles and guns on your car.
Also in the DP doc, Twisted Metal 2 was originally going to have hover cars and insect vehicles to make them easier to control. The prototype was played on kiosks, but the plan was scrapped when playtesters were banging into walls and going too fast. They also planned that TM2 was also originally going to have missions similar to Driver, and you were going to play as a secret agent, but the plan didn't go through. And they kept it like the way it was, but including some humor. Lots and lots of sadistic humor.
I will be glad to grant your wish, my dear. I will let you see your brother.
No, wait! What I meant to say was...
Twisted Metal's Calypso shares his name with Greek mythology's nymph of the same name. In Greek myth, Calypso was a sea nymph from Homer's Odyssey, who tempted the hero Odysseus with immortality under the condition he remained on her island. She even went so far as to hold him hostage for 7 years until she was ordered by Zeus to release Odysseus. This reflects off of Calypso's personality in many of the games, offering the contestant any prize they desire in return for their participation in his contest. By literally screwing them over on their wishes, that is.
Welcome to Hell, Michigan. Population 352. Wait, 353?
But Calypso is not the only one who's based off another character. Mr. Grimm is based off Marvel's Ghost Rider. Agent Stone, the driver of Crimson Fury, has personality and motives based off James Bond. Mike and Stu from Twisted Metal 2 resemble stoner comedians Cheech and Chong, both in the way they talk and their actions. The Joneses from Twisted Metal 4 are a parody of the Griswolds from the National Lampoon's Vacation film series. And Gene from Head On has a mouthload of Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
I'll tell you what you do, you just take them dang spark plugs out in that little hole, just put a little hole around there, just like Bobby said, just like it go boom, boom, just like that.
Except you can't understand his language, so here's some subtitles.
Dang old man Calypso, get me on some of those desire. We're gonna be on dang old dutting on moves on man, gonna say bow bow.
Granted.
Last part I mentioned that Darkseid was supposed to be in TM2, but he's mentioned in the game's options menu. But he's also to be seen in the first few frames in the intro. But was Mr. Ash supposed to make a return? No? Maybe. There's an unused driver named Granny Dark, and rumors said that she is the driver of Darkseid. Officially, the answer remains unknown. Speaking of cut characters and vehicles, in Twisted Metal, a doomsday cult called Apocalypse 9 was supposed to drive the XJ-39 mine tank, aka Minion, but not the Beast. In Twisted Metal Black, Thumper was supposed to be playable, but the devs can't find a suitable driver, and Warhawk was meant to be playable but was dropped because it was too OP for multiplayer, and controls for the helicopter was just like the car controls, except in the air. His character's select move was still in the game's files, and that concept returned in the reboot as a helicopter called Talon.
Minion was supposed to make a return in Head On like the others, but was rejected in favor of Darktooth and/or Cousin Eddie. And there were mock-ups from the Twisted Metal fan site, the Twisted Metal Alliance.
In the prototype build of Twisted Metal 3, you'd be able to drive a US Post Office van and a black sedan, but both were cut. In Twisted Metal 4, Hammerhead was supposed to make a return, but rejected in favor for creating him in the Create a Car feature.
And in the TM reboot, Twister, Spectre, Mr. Slam, Crazy 8, Yellowjacket, and Pit Viper were all supposed to make a return, and their models exist, according to David Jaffe. And there's also a new bike called the Pale Rider. The Pale Rider had 3 possible versions, a police bike, a sports bike, and a dirt bike. They were all planned to be DLC, but the devs made a choice and said, fuck it, and leave the game without spending your wallet for such vehicles.
There's even more cut movies in the Twisted Metal series, besides the infamous Lost Endings and Axel getting hit in the face with some rakes. In Twisted Metal Small Brawl, there are rumors about an ending for Darkseid, aka Jimmy Ash, but it's unknown if it's true or not. In Twisted Metal Black, I mentioned the character's select movies for Warhawk, but there's more. Many of them were 1-second movies, but in the early build of the game, most of the movies were unfinished, with some placeholders, different voice actors, and some shots, names, etc., were different. Needles Kane actually stabbed Calypso in the early build, besides slitting his throat or slicing his head off in the final product. Mr. Krello, Dollface's boss, was originally her father. Black's ending was narrated by Mr. Ash, and in Brimstone's ending, there's a shot of the preacher actually drowning a baby, which was mentioned in the Twisted Metal A Dark Past documentary.
In the Twisted Metal reboot, there's actually more endings. Sweet Tooth was actually fighting Sophie Kane. Daniel Grimm actually had two different endings, one involving finishing his father's job, and the other having his father back, but it went wrong. And Dollface actually had her mask off, but she later committed suicide because, reasons. Both alternate endings included Calypso's famous line at the end.
My name is Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal.
These endings actually can be found in David Jaffe's YouTube channel.
Well, something else that needs to be done. Easter eggs. In the first Twisted Metal game, the driver of Spectre is named after Scott Campbell. Campbell is one of the key devs for the series.
In TM2's New York level, you can shoot the Lady Liberty statue with missiles, revealing her in a bikini. She may appear fat or thin because America. There's another Easter egg where a code can be seen at the bottom of the map in the same level. That code unlocks Sweet Tooth. There's many other things that reveal some codes throughout the game. Some required certain weapons.
In the reboot, there's plenty of Easter eggs. One example is in Mr. Grimm's storyline when fighting Iron Maiden. Dollface says, "When I kill you, I will use your skull as a helmet." Does that sound familiar? This is a direct reference to the other Mr. Grimm in Twisted Metal Black, when Grimm had to eat his friend and wear his skull as a helmet.
In the Sun Springs, California map, there's a church, right? The Pope on the stained glass is actually David Jaffe. The arcade machines in the movie theater at the same map contain previous games when they were under the name Incognito Entertainment. Those games include Downhill Domination, War of the Monsters, including its minigames, Big Shot, and Crush-Rama. Take a good look at those arcade machines. The minigames actually contain concept art from the cancelled Twisted Metal Apocalypse game, Easter Exception.
In certain cutscenes, you see Calypso's trophy case, right? Take a good look. And there's objects from previous characters from previous TM games. The bricks are from Whittlebone Tower, Mike and Stu's plane tickets, Crazy Harold from the Wacky Lunch Sack, Raven's Voodoo Dolls, Kratos' blade from the God of War games, the teddy bear, John Doe's FBI badge, Dollface's key, the flight box, the flask,
Tastes like
Twister's fossilized helmet, Crazy 8's modified boxing glove, and there's 3 game cases. War of the Monsters, TM2, and another PS1 game which possibly may be Warhawk.
One more Easter egg involves the movie Death Race. There's 3 cars, Death Warrant, Kamikaze, and the Juggernaut, referencing Frankenstein's Mustang 14K's car and the Dreadnought respectively. Death Race 2 returned the favor as one of the drivers named Marcus Kane.
And for an added bonus, inside the Blackrock Stadium map in the reboot, the announcer said this.
That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the actual Did You Know Gaming channel on YouTube and follow them on Facebook and Twitter. And check didyouknowgaming.com for gaming trivia every single day. And if you want to stick around, take a good look at Mace's channels.
Thank you very much for watching. My name is DCXME01, also known as The Omnilusion 2.0. And thank you very much for these guys from Newgrounds, MBJ, Ghost Cub, and Ultima Blade, for making this video possible. And I would have not done this audio thing without them. And besides, this is a free project, not paid. So, if you want to do some random shit with me, just ask. I'm at Newgrounds, I'm at DeviantArt, and I'm at YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace! Oh, right. Make sure to go see MBJ's channel. He's doing some stuff around there. Make sure to check that out.